Are you struggling to implement dependency injection using Autofac in your Azure function? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into how to build your container and where to place that crucial code. I totally get it. Setting up dependency injection can feel overwhelming, especially when you're not sure where to start. Many developers face this challenge, and it can be frustrating trying to figure it all out. Let's look at the specific question at hand. One user asked, "Where should I put the code to build the Autofac container in my Azure function?" This is a common concern, and it's essential to get it right for your application to work smoothly. So, why is this important? Dependency injection helps manage your application's dependencies more effectively, making your code cleaner and easier to test. Understanding where to set up your container is key to leveraging Autofac's full potential. Stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a pro tip that will make your dependency injection setup even smoother. To implement dependency injection using Autofac in an Azure function, the user should start by creating a new Azure function project. This can be done using Visual Studio or the Azure Functions core tools. Next, the user needs to install the Autofac package. This can be achieved by adding the Autofac NuGet package to the project. The user can do this through the NuGet package manager in Visual Studio or by using the command line. Now, the user should create a startup class. This class will be responsible for building the Autofac container and registering services. The user can define this class in the root of the project. In the startup class, the user should override the configure method to register their services with the Autofac container. This is where the user can add their dependencies. Finally, the user can access the registered services in their Azure function by using dependency injection. This allows the user to utilize the services they have registered in the startup class. Fun fact, Autofac is named after a type of container used in the shipping industry. Just like those containers, Autofac helps keep your dependencies organized and manageable. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user suggests a straightforward approach for implementing Autofac dependency injection in Azure Functions. They propose initializing the service within the function itself, checking if the service is null, and then resolving it using an instantiator. That wraps up that answer. Let's move on to another one. One alternative solution for implementing Autofac dependency injection in Azure Functions is to use the new extension API. This method involves registering the container through an IE extension config provider implementation. That's all for that response. Let's see what someone else had to say. This user points out that Azure Functions currently does not support dependency injection with Autofac. They recommend following a GitHub issue for updates on this feature request. Now, let's dive into a different answer from another user. One user offers an alternative solution for implementing Autofac dependency injection in Azure Functions. They suggest integrating the dependency injection directly with the Functions Builder, similar to how it's done in ASP.NET, avoiding the need for decorators. The user expresses frustration that their original post was deleted and requests the moderator to reconsider their answer. They believe their approach is valuable and relevant to the main question. That wraps up that answer. Let's move on to another one. One alternative solution for implementing Autofac dependency injection in Azure Functions is to use a custom inject attribute. This allows you to build the container more effectively. Here's that pro tip I promised. Always keep your service registrations in one place. This makes it easier to manage and update your dependencies as your application grows. And there you have it. You now know how to implement Autofac dependency injection in your Azure function. Remember, a well-structured application is a happy application. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.